Hi everyone, good evening. Now I need to make this evening's video clear. Last week I was quite horrified when I entitled the video communicating using flowers or through flowers, and some people thought that I was talking to the flowers. I thought I was a little bit mad, well, and I didn't do my reputation any good. But no, what I'm doing is I'm using things to help me communicate with spirit. We've done this forever, hundreds of years, with crystal balls and psychometry, where you have something belonging to someone who's passed over. You read the energy that's left on that. Also, it allows spirit to draw closer and you can read them. Ribbons are hundreds of years. Ribbons have been used to communicate with the spirit world. And so what else is there? Today I'm going to be using crystals. I'm not talking to the crystals and they're not talking to me. I'm using crystals as I use the flowers as a conduit, so that spirit can use that energy to come through and communicate with me and with you if you also want to work with the crystals. So I hope I make that clear today, that I am not talking to crystals and I wasn't talking to flowers. So it was a wake-up call for me, because obviously I wasn't explaining things as well as I ought to, as well as I'm able. So I can't blame the people for taking me at my word that I am reading flowers, which is exactly what I said. So I was using flowers to help that energy communicate the spirit world. So if you did watch last week, you'll know what I'm talking about. For instance, spirit can only use what we know, and the Spiritualist Union are very hot on educating, training mediums, because the more we know, the more spirit can use. They might refer to a book that you've read. As I explained for the flowers, they might show me daffodils, which to me always means a Welsh connection, or because I was born on the 1st of March as well. So it could mean a Welsh connection, or it could mean springtime. So whatever it means to you is how spirit will use the information. Oh, I hope I've explained that clearly enough, but we'll do a little bit more today, because today we're going to be working with crystals, gems and stones. Everything has an energy. I think over the years I've accepted that everything has an energy. Even this table here and my cup here, everything radiates an energy. That's my belief anyway. I think most people are aware of that. So try and push this back a bit. There we go. There. Stay there. Crystals hold an energy that we can access for healing and can help build a bridge between the realms for communication, meditation, etc. Each crystal holds an energy that can help us to relax or heal, or calm emotions, or heal physical problems as well. So crystals contain a huge amount of energy. So repeat. Crystals are used for healing, divination and for connecting to the spirit realm, which we will be using them for today. People love crystals as we love flowers. So we buy crystals for people we love and bring them into our homes because of the positive elemental energy they bring with them. So we discussed elemental energy. We discussed fairies and water nymphs and mermaids and gnomes. So we discussed elementals in a previous video. Sorry, being nosy out the window. So yeah, we discussed elementals before. So crystals are an excellent tool to connect with the spirit world. Each crystal contains a unique energy which can be used to support meditation and open our connection to the spirit realms. If you wonder what I'm reading from my book, what I have wrote, but it's unpublished as yet, but we live in hope it will get there one day. So we're looking at building a bridge between the two realms, this time using crystals. I think after this one we are going to be using ribbons for the next one. Oh no, photographs next. We'll be reading photographs, so it just gets more and more interesting. So crystals, like flowers, we buy them for people, we place them in our home where we think they might look good, but also I believe that we're using our energy to place crystals where we feel that they need to be. So they are an excellent tool for communication with the spirit world. Each crystal contains a unique energy which can be used to support meditation and open our connection to the spirit realms. All crystals have a specific energy that can be used for healing, meditating, communicating with spirit. When they are used as a teaching aid, a student needs only to choose the crystal they are attracted to by the colour, size and shape of it, or feel the vibration of a crystal to connect with spirit energy. You don't need to be looking up the meanings of crystals. So this is one of my crystal books. You can see that they're quite thick. There's so much information in these books. There's books coming out every year, and there's books, much more comprehensive books. I mean, there's so many crystals that it's hard to, I couldn't possibly talk about all of them, you know, in one video, and probably not in several videos. So it is a question of what you're drawn to and what you need them for. So as I said, they all have a specific energy. So you know, when you do want to use a crystal, just choose one that you're attracted to by the colour, size or shape. Hopefully you might be able to feel the vibration of it. So anyway, how and when crystals are harvested can be relevant to the type of energy they contain. Many people, they do acquire crystals now as an aid to connect to the spirit world, but particularly for healing energy. They're used a lot in the healing area of mediumship. So it is, when you get a new crystal, it is worth considering how the crystal became available for purchase. If you own a crystal, try to feel its energy. Try to feel how it was mined. Does it feel nice and comfortable, or do you feel a little bit stressed with this crystal? So try to feel the energy coming from the crystal. We must remember the landscape from where they originated and how removing the crystal can cause an imbalance in the area they came from. So it's always worth bonding, connecting with your crystal, and maybe just like healing the crystal before you start using it for healing yourself. Now we talk about crystal beings here. I do cover everything. It doesn't matter to me whether you believe in crystal beings or whether you believe in different realms. Like with the elementals, I think people can believe whatever they want to. I feel personally, I feel that we have access to different realms. Some people are here in this dimension and maybe only travel when they're dreaming. Some people can astral travel, so they're in another different realm. And I think really there's lots of different realms that we can't all access. Maybe some people can see spaceships because they can see that realm, and some people can see angels because they can visit that realm. So there might be all these different realms so I never negate what people say they can see, hear or feel, because I only think I know everything. I don't know everything. So So when you do get a crystal, it's worth respecting the crystals and see how it feels to you, whether it feels positive, negative, does it give you energy, does it drain your energy, all these sort of things. So just send out a thought of healing to the area that it was taken from. You don't need to know what area that was taken from, you just need to send out kind thoughts to where it was taken from. So you can also communicate with the crystal, if you like, to explain that the distribution of these crystals will help people find a new level of respect and understanding for the earth. Hopefully that might be true. Hopefully that would work. You can also, if you believe in such things, invite a crystal being into your crystal. You can ask Gaia, the spirit of the earth, to help. Explain why you want to use the crystal, how it may help you in your work. Then ask an elemental being to come into the crystal. When you sense the presence, if you sense the presence, then take time to connect and communicate with it. Because, I believe that by doing these things, whether you get an actual physical presence or an imaginary presence, it just feeds your energy. It just feeds your energy. It gives it positivity. So as with the elementals, we looked at dwarves, goblins, pixies, owls, fairies, etc. So being of the earth, these crystals, any crystal beings will live in the soil, rocks and stones. They live beneath the ground, and they are helpful to whoever has established a connection with them through prior acts of kindness, and particularly like if you're a gardener or a farmer or you work with the earth in some way, you'll find a very strong bond with the crystals. So if you can build a trust, if you believe in elemental beings, you'll find that specific elemental spirits will come and work with you. Crystals have different properties and therefore help with different needs. Crystal elementals can be helpful for protection, meditation, healing and connecting with the spirit realm, which is what we should be using it for today, for communicating with the spirit realm. Okay. So before you would use a crystal for any purpose, you need to clean the crystal, make sure the energy is all clean from it, that it's not stressed from where it's been taken from, that it's been obtained legally and all these sorts of things going on. So crystals absorb energy. They continue absorbing energy from people they connect with. Therefore, it is important to cleanse crystals on a regular basis. So particularly crystals that have been used for healing, because they might absorb some ailments. So you can leave some crystals to soak in salt water. Place the crystals fully submerged for 1 to 24 hours. Then rinse in cool running water to remove any remaining salt. You can't use this method for porous crystals that contain metal or have a water content such as pyrite, opal, lapis lazuli. So those kind of things cannot be submerged in water. You can cleanse those kind of crystals with dry salt. So just fill a glass bowl with salt and place the crystals directly into the salt, and then rinse them thoroughly under cool running water if it's a water, if it's not a water-based crystal. So non-contact, this is the safest salt cleaning method and can be used with delicate crystals. Fill a glass bowl 2/3 of dry salt, then place a smaller glass container into the dry salt, and then put your crystals into that empty glass, which is half buried in the salt. And you may also pour water into the smaller glass container, just enough to cover the crystals, because salt can alter the dynamic of the crystals. All crystals can be cleansed safely by placing them inside an amethyst geode cave, cluster or bed. If you've seen these huge amethyst towers, you can place them inside there and that will clean them. Amethyst is really good for that. Leaving this geode for 48 hours. Crystal cluster formations, amethyst and quartz, absorb energy so they can effectively cleanse and energize at the same time. Smudging, one of my favourite things to do. I do smudge the house a lot, depending on what visitors I've had or how I'm feeling. So you can either burn smudge sticks or incense sticks and hold the crystals in the smoke if you can to cleanse out. Sage, sandalwood or cedarwood are recommended for effective smudging. A few seconds would be long enough. So just a few ideas there of how to clean the various crystals, especially if they're new. Okay, so we'll just look at this one at Energize Now crystals, and then we'll look at how to use the crystals to meditate, how to program crystals to work for us. So once you've cleaned your crystals through many of these methods that I've just said, use water to re-energize the crystals. So you can allow them to sit in a bowl of water, put them under a cool running tap for several minutes, or a natural stream would be excellent. Stones can be placed in an open mesh bag and left for a short time in the natural running water. That would be perfect, I think, to clean crystals. But always check that your crystal can be in water safely and it's not going to dissolve a little bit or go rotten, things like that. Energies transmitted by the sun and the moon can energize your crystals, so you can leave your stones under sunlight or under moonlight for a day when the sun's rays are not too strong, so maybe sunrise or sunset. It's not always necessary to energize crystals with any of the above methods because they energize themselves from our body's energy field as they are handled. So that's another thought of not needing to cleanse them. It depends on personal preferences, how you feel about what you've used them for and who you've used them with and whether you think they need fresh. I know people say the tarot cards as well, it's always worth giving them a tap and getting other people's energies off those. Okay, so we'll do this little meditation to connect with the crystals. If you want to meditate for a specific reason, such as healing a certain area of health, research what properties you need if you need a specific crystal. But I think your energy and the crystal's energy will enable any healing that you require. So don't get hung up on searching for a specific crystal. It's the energy of the crystal, your intent. That's what the main thing that we talk about all the time in spiritualism. Our intention is everything. So, okay, so to program a crystal, sit quietly and hold the crystal in front of you. Clear your mind and visualize a crystal absorbing a white light that lights up the center of it. Then concentrate on the specific energy that you wish to program it with. Very simple, very effective way of programming a crystal. You can also set a candle close to the crystal to illuminate the different colours and textures, and close your eyes and take 2 deep breaths. Keep your eyes focused on the crystal. Sense how you feel, what energy is this crystal sending out to you, what shapes can you see in or around it. Are you drawn to the colour? Does the colour colour or shape change when the candle is lit. Send out your thoughts on the energy you wish to receive from the crystal. Visualize that energy surrounding your body and connecting to the universal energy before being absorbed by your body. So there are just two simple ways that you can connect and communicate with the crystal. I'm using the word communicate again because I do think our intentions are in our energy and are absorbed by the crystal. Okay, so this is a focused meditation with crystals. Excuse me for a moment. That might be better. Okay, so hold the crystal in the palm of your hand during this meditation, whichever one you feel drawn to, whether you've researched it or it's just one that you really like the look and the feel of, is fine. You can do this in a circle with others, or you can do this at home. Close your eyes. First of all, sit comfortably, then close your eyes. Take 2 deep breaths. Become aware of your out breath without changing the rhythm. Remain sitting, just observing the flow of your breath and feel the energy of the crystal. Does the crystal work during now you're meditating? Does the crystal feel warm or cold? Does the energy feel strong or weak? Is it a gentle energy? Does it feel a little bit harsh, a little bit spiky? Does the crystal energy feel fast or slow? Does the crystal's energy feel healing, relaxing, energizing? However you feel the energy, know that it's the energy that you need at this time, and then feel this energy traveling up through your arms, through your shoulders, and goes through your face and to the top of your head. And then visualize this energy traveling back down through the rest of your body until it reaches the soles of your feet. So I want you to stay for a minute, just filled with this energy. It's just filling your body, and consider, is it vibrating? Is it still? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it warm? Is it cold? How does this energy feel to you in your body? So I think we'll just stay with this energy for a moment. If you see a colour, that would be interesting as well. Do you feel the energy stronger around your head or your feet? Is it stronger in a place that hurts, like your elbows or your back, or where does it feel strongest? Okay, so now I want you to release this crystal energy out through the soles of your feet. Bring it down through your body and release this energy back into the earth. This allows it to merge with the natural world from which it came. Consider how you're feeling now. Do you feel energized, relaxed? As the pain eased, as the pain was? Consider how you feel now that the meditation's finished. And then start coming back into the room. Feel your feet on the floor. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel your weight on the chair. And finally open your eyes and become aware of the room. Come back into the room. So if you are sitting meditating with someone, you can discuss which crystal energy they preferred. Did one crystal resonate with them more than others? Perhaps they felt they needed merge with energies of someone else's crystals more than theirs. And always to journal the responses to the different crystal energies for future reference, because you might love that crystal energy today, but next time you meditate with that crystal, it might not feel quite as nice because your whole thought process, your body's in a different place, worrying about different things, so you might not like that one, that crystal again. So let's see what else we need. Any more information about crystals here? Okay, so this is just a meditation to use the crystals to communicate with the spirit world. Not talk to crystals, don't get me confused with that again, but we use them to communicate with the spirit world. So again, you can pause and do this later, or you can do this meditation now while you're still in the crystal's energy. Okay, I want you to sit comfortably. I want you to hold your chosen crystal, close your eyes, and then take 2 deep breaths. Become aware of your out breath without changing the rhythm, and remain sitting and feeling the flow of your breath. Meditate to feel the vibration of the crystal, and then ask to move this crystal energy through your body. Visualize it reaching out into the universe until the energy fills the universe. Invite spirit to use this crystal's energy to communicate with you. And then ask the questions, how do you feel the spirit energy drawing close? Do you feel hot or cold? Goose pimples or shivers? Do you feel restless or still? How does this energy feel? Does it feel elderly and tired? Does it feel fragile? Does it feel young and vibrant and full of energy? Does it feel extroverted or reserved? Can you feel any aches and pains that the spirit may have passed on? Do you feel the energy surrounding the spirit? Does this energy feel tall, short, thin, or wide? So consider all of those possibilities again. This is information. This is how spirit communicate with us. Do you feel restless or still? Do you feel elderly? Do you feel tired and fragile? Or do you feel young and vibrant? Do you feel extroverted or reserved? Can you feel any aches and pains that spirit may have passed from? Does this energy feel tall or short? Is it a thin energy, a weak energy, or a wide, strong energy? I'll leave you there just for 1 minute just to feel this energy. How does it feel to you? Okay, start coming back into the room. Feel your feet on the floor. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel your weight on the chair. Finally, open your eyes and become aware of the room. If you're meditating with someone, you can discuss how you felt with that crystal, how you felt about that meditation. So you can pass the messages and the feelings and emotions backwards and forwards to each other. But as I say, always write this down in a journal. You might, whatever crystal you're using, if you liked it, you can use it again. If you felt that it healed you, if you didn't quite like the energy of that crystal, if it didn't feel right, then make a note of that, so you won't be using that one again. Not for that purpose anyway. You might use it for something else. So it's just got a few qualities of crystals here. I just have to, but I'm not going to recommend this book particularly, but any book that discusses and talks about crystals. As I say, they do change. I think there's one out every year with new crystals being found all of the time, and that's if you want to work with crystals, it's definitely worth having. It tells you which crystal works with different things. Turquoise, briefly, aids intuition and psychic skills. Sodalite improves contact and communication with others. Rose quartz inspires feelings of love and friendship. Rhodonite helps retune to subtle vibrations. It's good for meditation, clairaudience, and healing the throat chakra. So each crystal does have a specific purpose. So it's worth investing in one of those books if you want to work with the crystals. Anything else I need to see about the crystals here? No. Do meditate with crystals. Let me know how you get on with it, whether you liked it, what crystals worked for you, and what crystals didn't. And that's my 30 minutes up now. So it's good to be back. It's good to be talking about crystals. And next week we're going to start reading photographs, how to read a photograph, what they can tell us, what they can say to us, what spirit can say to us through a photograph. I'm not talking to photographs. I think we'll have to say that now with every lesson that I do. Just make it clear. These are tools that I'm using that spirit can work with and communicate with us. Thank you so much. Please leave a comment, a nice one if possible, but any comment if you'd like me to change or if you feel I can improve or do something different. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Thank you.